can hang out.
Hey friends, thanks for joining me today. I'm really excited. I'm going to share with you guys my Christmas 2022 haul so far. It's not everything, but it's more just like my favorite pieces. I'm going to start with some of the things I found at Target. I'm going to go through like the Studio McGee things and the Hearth and Hand things first, and then I'll share the things that I found like in the dollar spot, or the whatever it's called now, Bullseye's Playground. One of the things I picked up was these picks. I have a black vase that I wanted to buy some greenery for, but the picks I initially bought, they didn't fit. They were too long, and so they just dragged. They didn't look well in the vase. But I think I'm gonna go back for another one because it looks a little sparse. Okay. I also picked up this really pretty star tree topper. It's also from the Studio McGee line. This is $25. This was $25. I don't know if you can see that there. When I saw this and how neutral and how beautiful it looks, I had to have it. One of my favorite things that I picked up this year are these vase fillers. I'm trying not to get the light, but the light is, I know it's probably, there you go. It comes with 16 little bells, and you can hear them. They work for $10. My plan is to use it in my brown Studio McGee bowl from the fall, the big brown wooden one, and just add some greenery to it. I also picked up this stocking here. I saw it on a video as a dupe for like the Anthropologie one, and I love Anthropologie. I got a few pieces from them. Sorry, coffee break. But I didn't want to spend it on a stocking. But this is just gonna go on my shelf. It's gonna hang off the side of my shelf with a few of the items that I'm gonna share in a little. But I did really like this one. I think it's really pretty. From the Hearth and Hand collection, I just picked up this little hand towel. It's called a flour sack hand towel, and this was $3.99. I don't know, it's gonna focus. There we go. Okay, so it's actually a sugar cookie recipe on the towel itself, and then it has this green little like embroidered stitching here. It's really pretty. I do have a few more kitchen towels that I picked up this year too, actually, both from Anthropologie, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. But I thought this was really nice. I really like this. And the colors, although not exactly the same, of course, all very neutral. And so it'll work well with either red or green. I picked up two of these little wooden trees. I have a shelf ledge over my sink, and I really wanted to kind of decorate that area a little bit. It's gonna have a picture of my son and maybe just a few other things, but I really liked how these trees looked with these here. So I'm gonna probably put two on each side of my son's picture. Again, very simple, not as much as what I did for Halloween. I love what I did for Halloween, but some of my things got in my way. So my big tablescape that I had set up for Halloween with all the jack-o'-lanterns, with the metal jack-o'-lanterns on it, with the what is it, like the leaves that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, all of that was, I mean, it's beautiful. I love how it looks. I love when the lights are turned on, the little tea lights are turned on inside. But honestly, it was in my way. We didn't fit what we were eating. So for Christmas, I'm gonna take more of a simple approach. Little, what is this called? What are they calling this? It doesn't really have a name. Oh, Santa cookie tray. My son's a little older now. He's 3. He understands Santa Claus. He understands Christmas, Halloween, and things like that. And so I really wanted to start incorporating little traditions with him. And one of them is for us to leave out milk and cookies for Santa on Christmas Eve. Write his letter to Santa. I actually have a Letters to Santa mailbox that I purchased last year at home. And so I want him to either draw a picture, or I'll help him write it, or even cut things out of a magazine that he wants to have for Christmas, and we'll put it in a letter and mail it to Santa. We're gonna move on to Hobby Lobby. I'm trying not to make a lot of noise with these because my son has been putting my son to sleep. And I picked up this little garland with bells. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. I might end up using it on my peg rail with the garland that I'll show in just a little while. But initially when I went to Hobby Lobby, I went to pick up these stems. I went to pick up these stems for a friend of mine. And the moment I saw them, I was like, I need them. I don't know what I need them for yet. They're probably maybe even used as a filler with that, with the stems that I showed earlier from Target. I don't know yet. I'm not sure at all what I'm gonna do with them, but I thought they were really pretty and very different than anything I had seen. So I did pick up like 4 or 5 of them, and I guess I'll figure it out later. But yeah, this year I really liked the idea of using bells. My first year was more of just everything very snowman, reindeer, Santa, just because it was my first year decorating for Christmas. But this year I'm finding just more pieces that I think I can incorporate with still adding those things, but just more natural, more traditional, in the sense that they'll carry me on through the year. This sign's from Hobby Lobby and it was $21.99. Well, all of the things from Hobby Lobby I purchased during the 50% off sale. So for this was $21.99. $22, $11 each. I mean, $11 for the sign. The stems were $5.99, so they were about $3 each stem. Not the stem, the picks. Sorry, the picks for the bells. And the bell garland was $10.99, so 50% off. I'm gonna move on to Amazon. I picked up a few pieces from Amazon, and one of my favorite pieces that I got this year is this set of bells. Again, the bells, I don't know what it is, but they're just, I find them to be like really beautiful. And so I was looking just everywhere and they were so expensive. Pottery Barn had a set, but for $268, it's just way out of my budget. I think it was a set of 5. And so I picked these up from Amazon. And I actually think I'm gonna change the rope, and I'm gonna put like a velvet ribbon. I plan on using the 2 small ones together on my wreath. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm gonna use the 2 small ones together on the wreath, my main wreath, or what I'm calling my main wreath. That's gonna go on my door on the inside. I picked up the A floral wreath. I think it's the Norfolk pine. I'm sure you guys have all seen it. I'll put a picture here. I wanted the Kirkland's one, but I don't want to pay for shipping. And not only that, the closest Kirkland's to me is almost 2 hours away. And so it wasn't gonna happen. Amazon carries a floral, and considering what I would have paid in shipping and driving, I just figured it was better off to just pick up the A floral one. So I did pick up the garland, which I'll show later, the A floral garland, the wreath, and a few picks. The picks and the wreath haven't arrived, so I can't show that here, but I will show the garland later. But I plan on using those bells on the garland on my door. And then the big bell, is actually, I'm gonna change, I'm gonna change the rope. I'm gonna do a garland, maybe a velvet green garland. And this came off, this, you can put it back on. But it is really beautiful. I love this thing. I bought the whole set just for this. And I'm gonna put it on my shelf, like by itself. It doesn't need anything else to stand out. So I picked this up at Home Goods. This was actually $80, which is more than I would like to pay for garland. But realistically, this was a really good deal because it is 20 feet. So I was going to go and buy a garland that wasn't even a Christmas garland at Hobby Lobby the day I found that. But I walked into Home Goods for whatever reason and it was there. So I figured it was meant to be. I didn't have to buy multiple garlands and layer them. I was just gonna use that. I plan on putting it over my sliding door in my living room. I had one last year that I picked up at Walmart, but the one I had from last year was flocked, and nobody warned me. Nobody warned me about flocked anything. So this year, I swore off all things flocked. which is kind of hard because my Christmas tree, which I haven't purchased, I have 2 in my cart right now, trying to figure out if to do the flocked or unflocked. And the flocked is beautiful, but I can't with all the little, I mean, you guys know. Maybe if you have any suggestions, can you put them down below so I know how to keep all of that mess from my entire apartment. So before I bought the Amazon bells or decided that that's what I was gonna do, I actually found this little set. I found this little set at Walmart. It's $12.88. And these are also really pretty. I really like them. There was nothing wrong with them. It's just the obsession for bells this year is ridiculous with me. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. But this is probably gonna stay on that rope. And it's gonna hang off of the garland that I just showed. I don't even know where I put it. Oh, off of the side of this guy. So you can see it has little gold berries, which I think it's gonna help. They're gonna stand out even more with the bells. But this is really, really pretty garland, like really good quality. And so these two together, look at that. Perfect. It's like is complete with just that look. I've been wanting one of these. I got this at Walmart. I've been wanting one of these tree skirts. Sorry, tree collars. And every time I see them in store, or like all the ones I've seen are over $50. I think even the Hearth and Hand one is, if I'm not mistaken, $35. I mean, I could be wrong. And I don't know, for a tree collar, I wasn't prepared to pay that. So this one at Walmart was $23.99. I felt pretty good paying that, and it's gonna match perfect with the vision I have in my head. And I also picked up this really pretty swag from Walmart. This one was $12.98. So here is the beautiful Afloral Norfolk Pine garland. She needs to be fluffed, but I can't do that right now. My idea for that is to put it on my peg rail in my kitchen and just set up this whole little scene that I have in my head. I know if I pull it off the way I want it to look, I know I'm gonna love it. But continuing with the greenery, I also picked up this stem from Micheals. Hanging bush. So it's really pretty. I had actually picked up 4 of these, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, but they're too long for the vases that I have. But my plan with this is to take them off of the stem and place them with the bells, the bell face filler from Studio McGee. So I have a whole look going for that I'm looking forward to. Okay, so funny story. My friend, you guys know her, most of you also follow her, Cynthia from Home with Cynthia, said that she had an obsession for Nutcrackers this year. And I kid you not, when she said that, I was like, girl, Nutcrackers? I mean, to each their own. If you like the Nutcrackers, that's fine. But they've always creeped me out. Their little faces, and just some of them are dressed in different, weird outfits. I've seen the Nutcracker and I enjoyed it, but just the thought of this little old man with the beard, that's what I envision when you say Nutcracker. I'll put a picture here of exactly what I'm talking about. So when she said that, and she sent me to Home Goods, I told her I'm at Home Goods. She said, can you find me the wooden Nutcracker? If you find it, pick it up. So I said, okay. Again, the whole time in my head, I'm thinking ugly little man with a beard. And so I looked, but I didn't see anything. I sent her a picture of the shelf that had all of the wooden figurines, and I said, I don't know, I don't see it. So she's like, no, it's not there. Fast forward about a week later, we end up walking into Micheals together, and again, she's talking about her obsession with Nutcrackers. again, I said, okay, whatever. Well, she posted her like a Christmas haul video last week, and a girl was not talking about the nutcrackers that I'm used to seeing. She's talking about a whole new type of nutcracker that I, again, never heard of. I must be living under a rock, or maybe because of the fact that I've never decorated for Christmas like I am this year, so I didn't know what she was talking about. But what she was talking about was this. This is what she meant, what she was talking about, a nutcracker. And when I saw it in her video, I was like, instant, I have to have it. He's so cute. I love him. And then started the obsession with the nutcrackers. So I blame her. I know you're watching this, so I blame you. Thank you for this. This guy was $14.99. And he's from Home Goods. Marshalls carries him, and he's online for TJ Maxx too. But unless you're gonna order multiple things from TJ Maxx, it's not worth it. At least not to me. I went to try to order this, and it was gonna be $27.99 with shipping. Not gonna happen. I knew I would find him eventually, and I did. This guy is from Bed Bath & Beyond. He is, oh, I have him backwards. He was, I don't know how much he was originally, maybe $14.99. I've noticed a trend with all of these, they're all about the same price. But I had a 20% off coupon, and I had rewards, so I paid $6 for this cutie. This next one I actually stumbled upon by accident. I was going into Home Goods to, I think, return something. Yeah, I had bought a red blanket for my sofa, but because I got the green sign from the Studio McGee line, I ended up wanting a green blanket for my sofa. And so I found this one. And he's more of a metal. He feels more like a metal than a wood. Or maybe it's the coating. I don't know what he's made out of, but he was $14.99. And so I picked him up, and I also picked up 2 of the Micheals. I think I mentioned that earlier, but I'm gonna spray paint them. So when I spray paint them, then I'll show them. But just the way they all look together, it's just a whole, they're just a whole vibe. So they're probably gonna go on my shelf in my living room. I think that's what I'm gonna do with them. I actually picked up the Studio McGee, the gold one. I'll put a picture here. But I didn't like his face. So again, I think what weirds me out about these things are the faces. But without the faces, they're adorable. So I picked up this really pretty table runner. Really nice. It's really thick, it's really heavy. The quality on this is, it's like really good. But what I don't like about it is, like, I don't know if it's supposed to look dirty or it's supposed to look worn or vintage, or I don't know. It just has, like, it collects dust really easily, so you could see all the lint on it. I just took it out of the bag right before I showed it. It was in the bag. And so I think I'm going to just, I don't know. I'll see how I feel about it. Just because for the price, I don't know that I want to keep this if it costs that much and it feels like it looks like it's been used. But it wasn't, because it was packaged. And I got the matching kitchen towel. And so it also has those specs. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know. I don't shop at Anthropologie a lot, but I really like these items. The last few items are going to be my favorite. I saved the best for last. I picked up the little house, the wooden houses from Anthropologie. I ended up getting the whole set. I got all 3. I will go ahead and link them down below so you can see them. I don't remember the prices. I picked up the whole set and no regrets. They're beautiful. Okay, friends, I think that's gonna have to be the end of the video. After the last clip, I actually had some technical difficulties. Thank you for watching. Until the next time.